The Four Brewers podcast is supported by beer drinkers like you. To support the show, visit patreon.com/4brewers. That's patreon.com/4brewers. And remember, winter is coming.
Welcome to Four Brewers. My name is Matt Becker, and as always, I'm joined by
John Holzer,
Jason Harris,
Greg Nagel.
And we're here for round two.
We hit the record button this time.
Yeah.
There's so much gold there.
All the good content. Thanks, John.
can we put some Christmas music on? Because Christmas time is here.
Again, here it is.
That just sounds jazzy.
it's from the Charlie Brown Christmas.
Can we put on
There we go.
just the main song, like the
what's
Christmas time is here?
What's
Amazon? Can you play Christmas Time is Here from the Vince Guaraldi Trio?
Christmas Time is Here, vocal by Vince Guaraldi Trio from Spotify.
Oh, that's
go.
better, man.
Got that brush snare. happening.
Nice.
This song just, like, I just, it feels good when I
does
hear
feel
this
good.
song. Yeah. I wanted the not vocal.
Christmas
one.
time is
Oh,
beer.
well, that's fair. I just like the.
Innocent beer.
I just like the intro.
Sometimes you might find you get what you need.
wow?
So we've got just a big old grab bag of Belgian Christmas beers on the show today. We're starting off with some La Moneuse from one of my favorite breweries from Blaugies, which is interesting because you don't find like Saison Christmas beer very often, with the exception of Avec les bons Voeux. But besides that, like how often do you see Christmas?
Yeah, because it's like provisional beer style, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess this is just like the stuff they had in the farm during Christmas time.
They're like, let's get rid of all the grain and make a beer so
Exactly.
the rats don't eat it all.
Yeah,
And,
so
we'll drink it later.
We also happen to have some fucking spices of some kind.
What's this beer called? Blaugies what?
La Moneuse. There you go. It's a very festive and hearty holiday, quote, saison. Homemade at Belgium's smallest family brewery. Extra rich for the holiday season. School teachers Marie-Noël Portois and Pierre-Alex Carlier have together come up with the formula for great traditional brews. Their hearty, flavorful, and sometimes exotic styles are all made in their tiny garage brewery.
Would you say that this is the raison for the saison?
It's my raison.
I would say that, Jason. I would say that.
It's so good.
Let's go, John.
We're cutting you off.
John's got troubles.
John's having technical difficulties.
I was just going to say that joke was really funny the first time you told it.
It's the first time that anybody's recorded it. So,
Nice.
So hey, Jason, do we have some mailbag?
At least we've got the mailbag now. We've got the fucking mailbag.
The mailbag sound. We are recording, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
okay,
recording.
good. Okay, good. So read us some mailbag, Jason.
We've got a mailbag from Dale Lord, who is Data Sci Guy in our chat, right?
Yep.
He is a regular on our live streams. Generally cool dude, tolerates our shitty European accents.
Yay.
And we greatly appreciate that.
That's like a big get for us.
Right? Drop you a line from Freezing Cold Blighty to say hello, give you a bit of mailbag for the show. Been binge listening for around 2 months. Worked all the way from season 1, episode 1 up to season 3 while catching a couple live broadcasts en route. Fair to say I'm hooked. The knowledge I've gained has been superb.
Dope.
3
Nice,
seasons
nice.
in a month. I don't even want to listen to me that
Yeah,
much.
no That's pretty dedicated.
Mailbag question is this. Starting as a home brewer, only tried a handful of split batch alterations. How would you
Which I like to do
recommend
that.
I grow and evolve my homebrew setup so I can take the most effective route to successful all grain brews? What equipment should I be looking at? What kit? I think I said equipment.
Yeah.
Do I try and dive into all grain, take the more scenic route via brew in the bag, etc.? Think about building a temperature-controlled fermentation fridge as the next step, but would I be better spending time, money elsewhere?
Yeah, I think that if you have like your basic like homebrew kit, the next step is to start focusing on fermentation. So the big one is yeast, making sure you're using enough yeast. So yeast starters, the stir plate, that kind of thing. And then fermentation fridge sounds good to me too.
I mean, I think a lot of homebrewers make the mistake of focusing very heavily on making wort, but not on fermentation.
Yeah.
There's a lot of thought and time and effort put into your equipment you're using to make wort, but your fermentation is really where you're kind of make or break your beer.
Something like 90% of the flavor of beer comes from fermentation.
Right.
And so if you screw that up, you're going to have bad beer, you know?
Yeah.
So like I said, the one thing that I always tell virtually all brewers, I mean, home and pro, is you need to pitch more yeast. You know, I think that's a constant for almost every single one. I mean, if you're just like, you know, I got 5 gallons of beer and I poured in a fucking White Labs vial, like, no, that's not enough.
Yeah,
it's not nearly enough.
Pretty much like if when I've used like the Mr. Multi calculator or any of the actual calculators to do a proper pitch is like a 2 liter stir plate is like pretty much the minimum for anything over like 6 or 7%.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, for sure.
that's about how much beer, how much you need to make that much beer, which most homebrewers are pitching way less than that.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I myself too, you know, I'd throw in a packet of USO5 or whatever. But when I started beers where I was using the stir plate, when I was making a good solid yeast starter with a strong pitch, aerating really well, and I was getting just a much better beer all the way through. Fermentation is really where it's at.
It's always way cleaner. You have way less risk of diacetyl and acetaldehyde problems. Fermentation is definitely the thing to focus on.
And I think
that being said, brew in a bag is a real cheap way to get in. And so if you want to start dabbling in all grain and you got a big ass pot, then brew in a bag works really well. Yeah, it can. So
I made that route, and it was really easy to do. You just got to buy the bag.
Yeah.
And then I put a sleeping bag over my mash tun kettle, and it kept temp for a good solid hour, and you can goose it up a little bit.
I think if you're not
really easy.
If you're not finding yourself limited in your grain bills, rushing to all grain doesn't necessarily benefit you. Like if you're just making beers that are 90% two-row, you know, using extract, you're going to get drier beer with all grain, and you can do a little bit more there. But it really depends on your recipes that you're going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're just brewing pale ales and stuff, I mean, I think like the extract is probably dialed in for like a 152 degree a mash temp. You know, it's like that perfect balance of body and fermentability.
Let's also not forget that, I mean, you can buy light extract. You can also buy Pilsner extract, which is even lighter and drier.
You can buy Munich. You can buy, I mean, Maris Otter.
Yeah, there's a lot of variety in the extracts too.
Yeah. And so, they're pretty good.
I think it's a good point that if there's something very specific that you're shooting for with your grain bills, then you can do that. But otherwise, the most important thing is fermentation.
And
so that's what I would look at.
Yeah. Clean all your shit, build up your yeast starter.
Yeah.
And ferment at a proper temp. I think you're going to be making great beer. And then make that change. Then go into all grain.
Yep.
Yeah, but I really think ferment is where you want to invest. If you don't have a stir plate, I got a stir plate for like $40 off Amazon. Works pretty well for 2 liters. 2 liters is like its max.
Right.
But yeah. I think that's really
worth every penny
where it's at.
Yep.
And then he has more. This is a long mailbag.
It is.
Christmas only feels right that I bring gifts to the 4 brewers. Oh,
what a guy! What a guy!
He gave us an intro, which we'll probably put on an episode. Maybe we could put it on this episode. Maybe you already heard it.
Mind freak.
Maybe. Mind freak.
Deception.
He's dropped us an extra Christmas PayPal. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, shucks.
He's left us a golden 5-star review on iTunes. That's
he's like doing all the stuff on the outro that I talk about.
Right?
It's like he wrote a list and he checked it twice.
Also, he's offering to give us some UK beers, including some for Cheap Beer Corner. That would be amazing. I don't know what shitty beers people drink in the UK, but we got to start going international with CBC.
Would be dope.
Right?
That'd be dope.
I told you my main goal with Cheap Beer Corner, though, is I want to get some Victoria Bitter. I don't know why. It's just that's the shitty beer of Australia, and I want it.
Like I said, I might know a guy. Bring some back.
Know a guy who knows a guy.
And then he's got questions about what kind of beers we want. We'll talk to you offline, man. We'll get if you want to send us some beers, that'd be amazing. all $900 in shipping later.
Yeah. That's why we're like, yeah, okay, if you want.
And then, that was where we got that Korean Billy earlier. He gave us a YouTube that helps with our dire British accent.
It's so bad.
I'm going to watch that. I'm going to literally learn from that.
Hello, I'm David Walker.
A lot of planets have a north. Well, thanks, man.
Yeah, man, that was awesome.
Thanks, man.
How's everyone like this Blaugies beer?
I think it's pretty
I
fun.
think it's kind of blah.
It's Blaugies.
It's a little blau.
I like that it's not overly spiced. It's just kind of like middle of the road. Tastes like a Belgian golden or a triple sort of thing.
Yeah, it's got some triple kind of vibes, but it also has like a little bit of that extra spicy phenolic edge to it,
earthy.
you know? Yeah.
It's got some earthy, floral, like herbal note to it.
It's definitely got herbal notes for sure, which I am very fond of. I think this is great.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this one's like
It's not too skunky either, which is nice.
Yeah,
nice and
for a
sweet.
green bottle. Yeah, it's not all
exactly.
funky skunks. That sweet funky skunk. What else we got? We have like 75 Christmas.
We have like 9,000
John
beers
just was
in front
like,
of us
oh, by
right
the
now.
way, I found another one.
Oh, yeah, there's another one in there.
Avec.
Avec.
What's that beer called, Matt?
Avec les bons Voeux.
Avec les bons.
What?
I don't know. Is that fucking Lady Marmalade?
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Avec soir.
Ce soir. I'm sure I said all that wrong.
You're pretty close.
Avec les bons Voeux. For you.
Most of these beers come by way of the Shelton brothers.
Yes, the kings of the Belgian imports. Yeah, let's do Avec next up. Avec.
I'm the king of the fucking Belgian import. We just have.
I will splash the beer whenever the fuck I please.
There you go. Give this man his money.
Christ.
We just have we have one accent for anywhere like east of England.
Germany, pretty much.
Yeah.
I am paying you with your money. From the last time I stick it in you. So we're moving on to Avec les bons Voeux from Brasserie Dupont, which is probably like it's one of the best saisons ever made.
That smells so good.
Yeah.
It's like bready. Like it smells like a loaf of fucking bread.
I like the
Yeah, it really does. This is a super saison, by the way. This is like 9.5%, which is kind of a running theme for all these Christmas beers. They are very big and warming.
kind of light on the body.
Yeah, but this one,
Yeah, it smells like sourdough.
Yeah, it smells good.
It smells just like sourdough bread, like sourdough yeast starter.
yeah, it does. It has that like bright, like kind of tart little bite to it, but then it also has that like very biscuity, doughy.
So doughy.
It smells chewy.
So doughy.
It does smell chewy.
It feels like you're this is a beer form of like eating some like dough that's like uncooked, but like you're like sneaking a little bit like
Yeah, man.
Like cookie dough without
Sourdough
sugar.
yeast starter, man.
yeah, man. It really is. Yeah, it's got that whole like uncooked bread characteristic to it.
Yeah.
And it's really really interesting.
It's super doughy.
This is Dr. Bill's favorite New Year's beer.
As well, it should be.
Yeah, it's what he opens every
Every New Year's.
Got like
He's
10
just like
balls.
saying avec les bavons. Would you like the avec des lavons?
It is avec les bons
It's fancy.
Oh, stop that. You are ruining it. You are a ruiner.
I think that says avec les bon vows.
Stop talking, please. For the love of God.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You can't silence me.
I will silence you.
It's the weirdest show, man.
Yeah, it is weird. I'm sorry. Like, I can't keep going. Fantastic beer, though.
And then, it kind of brightens up on your palate. And
It's still kind of full, and it has a little bit of sweetness to it still, surprisingly.
Can we take a moment to talk to whoever it was that commented on YouTube that didn't like our voices and tell them to suck a fucking dick?
Oh, suck a fucking dick.
Eat shit!
Wow. You really gotta go fuck yourself.
Pineapple bits, fuck off.
I don't know why you're commenting on the YouTubes instead of going and fucking off like you should.
Dude, what's your problem, man? Not a big deal. Just don't listen to the show, man. Just let it go.
Yeah, right?
Like from like Frozen, right? It's like, let it go, man.
There's nothing as satisfying as a nice solid YouTube dump on something. You know? People always got to be negative about, instead of just be like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Nope, I got to downvote that and tell them why. Because there's the comment section.
Too long, didn't read.
No offense to the review, I liked it, but damn, seeing your cats beat each other up, that's the wrong one. My cats beat each other up on one of the videos.
Oh, no, good.
Yeah, I
Downvoted.
I thought I found the comment.
Dislike.
Please ask whoever does the ultra annoying voices on your podcast to refrain. My God.
They are
My God.
Do you think they mean all the voices, or they just think some of them are
Just
ultra
imagine.
annoying?
Or is it just
Because everyone does voices, so...
I've heard more
I'm not-
positive feedback about the voices than negative.
Everyone
And by the
loves-
way, it's please ask whomever, not whoever.
Whomever.
So learn that.
My God.
And put a period after my God or an exclamation point. Finish your sentence.
My
and
God.
then capitalizing, can you capitalize the first word in your sentence?
It is a wrong
Or God.
sentence.
Come on.
Yeah,
Learn.
You should capitalize God legally, I think, in Trump's America.
I mean, yeah, you're going to get struck down. Smited.
You are going to be hit by lightning. A thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt and lightning,
A thunder-
very, very frightening.
Galileo.
Matateo.
Galileo.
Matateo.
Galileo Figaro.
Okay. God damn it. My God.
This is my favorite
God.
show ever.
My God.
This is that YouTube person's least favorite show ever.
It's a YouTube person's nightmare. So, Avec, great beer. Let's move on because we have 9,000 beers. Shall we unstrap the Corsendonk?
Yeah, the Corsendonk has like a butt crack cork.
Wait, what the? Did you unstrap the Corsendonk? Is that like what you say to your lady pals?
I almost spit my beer out. It went in my nose.
Yeah.
Time to unstrap the Corsendonk with 4 Brewers.
There's so much gold on these shows. Unstrapping the Corsendonk. Hold on, everybody. Now, if you could see this cork, it doesn't have a
It doesn't have a cage on it. It has a strap on it.
It's got like a zip tie on it, but then
Strap on.
But then the
looks
cork,
like a dick hole.
yeah, sort of. The cork is like
It does look like a mushroom.
bisected by the cage because
It's like a big butt crack.
It does look
being
like a
spread.
mushroom tip.
Oh.
it's like.
right, we're good.
It looks like that cork was like fucking busting out, and they're like, "We got to strap this fucker down. It's gonna come out soon." And
Like, dude, it's really swelling up right now.
Swelling like a felon.
So, Corsendonk, that's what it is.
Badonkadonk.
the Corsendonk.
Liam Neeson comes in, he's like, "Unstrap the Corsendonk."
Unstrap the Corsendonk. Corsendonk Brown, a real Belgian classic. One that we haven't had on the show, as a matter of fact.
No, I've
I've
never had
never
it.
even heard that name in my life. That's why I'm laughing so much. That's why they don't sell very well. It's like, would you like some Corsendonk? And everyone's snickering.
I need that donk beer.
You go take a donk.
Yeah, poor super kind of cloudy brownish.
Yeah, cloudy brownish, very double-ish
Light
looking.
tan head.
Delicious.
More bread on the nose.
It's very foamy.
It's really fruity. Like, this is kind of what I think of, like, just good old-fashioned strong Belgian dark beer, you know? Doesn't smell spice as far as I can tell, which is kind of unusual because a lot of times these Belgian Christmas beers are spiced. And
Big coriander.
I got a little bit of like a spicy note on it, though.
Yeah, it's a background note, but it's not like whoa, like a wit beer.
Yeah, so some of these are going to be like really spicy, I'm sure. And like most Belgian beers, it doesn't say shit about it on the label,
I mean,
except it's got a Christmas tree and a star.
where do you think they're getting the color from? Is that from
You
like a
almost
dark
fell into like
sugar?
an Obama impression just there. You're like most Belgian beer doesn't say shit on the label.
On the label, you have to do the thumb in your hand in order to do a proper Obama. I don't do a good Obama. No one does.
That's any presidential figure.
No one does. That's true.
Where are they getting the color from? Is that from the
Candy sugar. I
Candy
would
sugar.
assume. Candy sugar and dark crystal is pretty standard when it comes to these kinds of beers.
Yeah, I don't get much dark crystal malt on the nose. It's more of
brewed
like
with pale Munich and Cara Munich malts,
Oh,
Kent
I was
Golding
wrong.
hops. It's a rich, joyous brew with which to celebrate the holiday season.
It's on the sweet side.
yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, which is it's also to be expected. I mean, these are going to be big, full-bodied, sweet beers.
Something Cara Munich's not that dark though, is it?
Cara Munich's like
It would be like
like
the-
ADL.
It would be like the Crystal Munich, I guess.
Yeah, it'd be like an ADL. So yeah, it's pretty dark.
because this is taking on a like a brown, like a dark brown character, and yeah.
Yeah, I think Cara Vienna is more like a 40L and Cara Munich is like an 80, something like that. See, the difference between like the Cara Munich and Cara Vienna versus regular crystal malts is regular crystal malts are made in a drum roaster, but the Cara Munich and Cara Vienna are actually done in the kiln. So it has like a little bit more of like a bready, more quote unquote Munich-y type of flavor on top of being a crystal malt. So I love those malts personally.
Yeah, there's no real like hop presence in these beers at all.
None.
I mean,
This
it's
is
like
very wintry. Like when I think of like a winter beer, this is kind of what I picture
yeah.
in my head. Is this?
Completely. Yeah.
It's a kind of sweet. It's a little like there's a little bit of roasty smokiness, and
It's got that like long boil Melanoidin kind of flavor.
time.
It's like
On the-
super Munich-y. It's
Yeah.
really, really Munich-y. But then it also has that fruity Belgian yeast kind of character.
I think it all comes together quite nice.
Yeah, it's kind of clovey.
but not overly done.
Yeah. This is a great beer.
Christmas cookies.
I might say a little overcarbonated. Maybe that's why the cork was fucking bulging out of
Strapped
the
in.
fucking
Yeah.
It's like strap in,
got a
boys.
seatbelt on.
It's gonna be a long day.
Honestly, I like the high carbonation because it kind of helps even out the sweetness.
Yeah, because this
That's
is,
true.
This
It
is
makes
pretty
it
sweet.
It makes it not like cloying. It kind of does sharpen it a little. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think if this was lower carbonation, that sweetness would just be overwhelming.
I would say it is on the border of over carbonated though. It's very fizzy.
It's very, very high,
There's a
yeah.
very sharp carbonation bite.
Yeah, this is like Saison levels of carbonation.
Yeah.
It's really high.
like four-ish.
Yeah.
Which for this style is very unusual. For like this kind of a dark malty beer, getting this much carbonation, I think is kind of
Yeah, I would agree. That's true.
Kind of reminds me of fruitcake. Fruitcake.
fruitcake.
Some fruity bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's a good call. It's dead on.
Fruitcake?
Yeah, I don't eat much fruitcake, but I've smelled a few in my day.
Does anybody? Isn't that the joke? Like nobody actually wants fruitcake.
No,
Yes.
you just pass it from year to year.
That is the
from-
joke.
My dad eats fruitcake.
Oh. Next
Sorry,
time I
man.
get one, I'm going to bring it to you.
John, give these to your dad. We just drop off a bunch of fruitcake.
Oh, that was your mic stand.
Yeah.
At first I thought my phone vibrated. I'm like, what the fuck?
Sorry.
Well, I mean, so far so good. We're really kind of killing it with the
Yeah, Belgium, dude.
The Belgian Christmas beer so far. What else do we got?
We have
Well-
the St. Bernardus. We have a gift pack that Greg bought.
Let's go through
Yeah.
the gift back here.
Who knows what surprises? Just pick one at random there, Jason.
My
Yes, I love it.
So, yeah, at the...
Stouterik.
If you ever go to the brewery, there's a liquor store in the front called Mr. K's, and they've got, like... It's just jam-packed. You can't, like... Two people can't fit in an aisle.
God. The brewery in Placentia, as in Patrick
the brewery.
Roux.
Yep,
The
yep,
brewery.
yep. Placentia. But essentially, there's like one of those Christmas in Belgium packs, and it's got 5 11.2 ounce bottles in it. And it's all imported from the Shilton brothers.
Me friend Stouterik.
Stouterik. Let me see if I have a bottle opener.
It's from De La Senne, by the way, which is one of my favorite Belgian breweries. That being said, De La Senne doesn't exactly fly off the shelf, which may be why this beer ended up in a mixed pack. Holy crap, is this carbonated?
It is very carbon. So just
This is the Brussels Stout.
A
fingers
Belgian
ahead.
stout in the Irish style.
Makes sense.
It sounds like it's time to bring out me Conor McGregor impression with the swinging arms like a wacky inflatable tube man.
Merry Christmas.
Fucking Belgians coming in here trying to take all me fucking stout.
Oh, that doesn't smell good.
yeah, it smells like dirt.
Irish
Yes.
stout is one of my least favorite styles. It's like everything that's wrong with every style put into one.
No, that's gross. That's
Okay.
old and it's gross. Pass. No. I would say this is not representative of normal De La Senne beers because normally their beer is great.
Would you say the scent is pleasantly fragranced by the presence of English aromatic hops?
No.
It's more
Would
like
you say that it's appreciated by connoisseurs?
Nope.
It's kind of minty too.
tastes like minty ashtray
It tastes like soil.
in the dirt.
Ooh, yeah, minty ashtray is dead on. Yeah, like mint, dirt, ash. Yeah, that was not good.
Yeah, that sounds
what we
like
should do
Christmas to me.
That's why they put shit in a gift pack. They're like, nobody wants to buy this.
Exactly. That's why
otherwise.
the Beers of the World pack exists, is so they can put
This one had
Moosehead
promise
somewhere.
though. This one was like Shelton Brothers. It was like, maybe it's good.
Yeah. No, that's Shelton Brothers trying to get rid of beer they
Hey,
can't sell.
you leave Moosehead alone. I'm going to track some of that shit down. And we're going to drink it on CBC.
Oh, it's going to be painful.
What should we do with the rest of
Let's
these?
keep doing the small ones.
Or
Let's just burn through them.
Should we do one apiece, and then everybody who has the
And then
best
just
one?
see if someone has a good one. All right, let's do that.
Let's
I'm
do
going to
that.
randomly
No
pick-
way. No. Oh, I got the Winterkoninkske.
I
I'm gonna
got
white elephant this shit right here.
I got Noël des Géants
Pass me one.
from Brasserie des Légendes.
All right, I got me some Serafijn. I don't know what that means.
Brewed in the medieval
Ranke.
Dude, you guys, this one is brewed in the
Amber
medieval
ale.
castle of Erschanvels, which is meaningful, I'm sure.
I got Père Noël.
Père
from,
Noël.
Who's this from? This is a Belgian Christmas.
You got Perry
ale.
Farrell.
This is a Lollapalooza of beers.
Make great pets.
This is from.
Make great pets.
This is from Ranke.
The rank.
The Ranke.
So Sarah Sera Fidgen.
Whoa!
Figen. Oh shit balls.
Merry Christmas.
Matt's jizzed all over his pants.
I got a gusher.
It's a good thing that iPhone 7's waterproof.
Drank the gusher. I don't have a towel.
That's what she said.
Sweater. Hey.
If you want.
So I'm the first to sip here, and I've got the Serafijn Grand Cru. It's an amber ale. Belgian amber ale. Doesn't say anything about Christmas on it, except the logo is like some chick
With wings.
with wings.
I think that's called a seraphim.
it's a Serafin. Okay.
The highest choir of angels.
Aw, R.I.P.
You do know what an angel is, don't you?
This
I'm the one that's soaked, and you're the one that's surly. That's rich.
smells
Can't do
and,
good,
and tastes like the Corsendonk, almost identical.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to it.
Smells of the Corsendonk.
My beer, the Père Noël, smells like dirt again.
Oh.
It smells like dirt. It smells like the last
Happy
beer we
fucking
had.
holidays, guys.
What do you got there?
Can someone kick me a bottle opener?
Oh,
There you go.
where's the opener? There you
Yup.
go.
Yope-a-dope.
Yup.
I feel like I'm going to have high hopes for this one.
Yup. 4 Brewers. The Noël des Géants also smells like dirt.
Oh, they're all oxidized.
Let's see what the
Box of
Winterkoninkske.
dirt.
Winterkoninkske.
Oh, Jesus, that's bad. Oh. Good night.
Winterkoninkske is my
Like Colin Kaninsky?
my cousin from Chicago.
Here, try this one. It's not so bad. It doesn't smell like dirt.
I'm going to try the Seraphim.
It's the Winter King, a brown ale or Belgian ale brewed with juniper berries
Oh,
Okay. I'm listening.
do you
instead of hops. I don't know.
get that on the nose at all?
No,
No,
Greg,
not really.
it smells like dirt too. Good night.
That was a good video game, Dirt 2.
Maybe you just have dirt in your glass.
I rinsed it.
With dirt.
God made dirt.
Hey, the Winter Kaminsky is not too bad.
All right, I'm gonna move on to that.
Is it Polish? I don't know. Winter Kaminsky.
Kaminsky. Winter Kaminsky.
Mine is a little on the bitter side. It has like a bready note to it. It's kind of a gritty kind of mouthfeel on it. It does taste a little on the old side, but
I think these are all.
it's pretty good.
The Winter Kaminsky has almost like a sherry kind of oxidation. to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's turned a corner in a good way.
It feels like an aged beer, but not a like old beer.
Yeah. Yeah. All the ones that I've had so far have been old beers.
Old dirt.
Out of this mix pack here.
They call me old Greg.
I'm an old bear.
I'm an old dirt.
I'm a scaly manfish.
So rule of thumb, don't buy any Shelton Brothers gift packs. Just don't buy any beer gift packs.
Gift packs in general, especially not the beers of the world.
I disagree. The St. Bernardus does a gift pack around Christmas, and it's like 6 St. Bernardus beers for like a reasonable price.
That's actually
fucking
true.
legit.
Like those ones that like disappear for like the triple Carmelite ones, where you get some bunch of triple Carmelite and then a cool glass. Like that's cool.
That's dope. Yeah,
or the Chimay. Dude, I brought a Chimay beer gift pack to a White Elephant gift exchange.
Really?
And then I got that same thing from somebody. Like I picked out another thing that wasn't mine, and it was the same exact gift pack that I bought.
Yeah. Dude,
but I was like, you know what? Good, because I like when I put it out there, I was like, regrets. I kind of wish I had those beers. back.
No doubt.
And then somebody
tough to
else
get
had
rid
brought the same thing, and I got it in the White Elephant. I was like, fuck yeah.
Dude, I remember I was
a winner is Chimay.
I was at a White Elephant one time, and one of the gifts was one of the giant, like 3-liter Stella Artois glasses.
Oh, man.
It was awesome. So of course, like a dude I knew got it, and I took it home, and he drank knuckle sandwich out of it
Oh God.
because that was the thing that he had at the
Diabetes.
time. It was a lot. It was excessive. But we were already drunk when we got there. We were hungover the next day.
You got a knuckle and you got a sandwich. Man, this is the fullest dumper we've
It
ever
really
had.
is. This dumper got full real fast.
Our dumps overflow.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah. But we still have a couple of options left here.
oh shit! I just spotted the one in the middle. Nice.
Which one is that?
The Prairie Christmas bomb.
Oh, we'll save that to the end because we're focusing on Belgium right now.
Yeah, that was like an emergency.
Save the best for last.
Let's do some brewery Huyghe.
Do you mean Delirium Noël?
Yes, Delirium Noël,
So
but it's
bad.
brewed by Brewery Huyghe. It's brewed by Brewery Hugh Laurie.
At my work, they were talking about having people like go do Christmas carols. Like they didn't want to hire people, so they're just like having like the managers and shit do it. And I was like, I want to go in there just like a little church boy the whole time. Be like,
Play my dub for hip.
I was gonna go in there like, hark the heraldage of sea, glory to the newborn King.
You're like, wow, Jason's really good.
Why are you singing Christmas carols? Like, what's this thing?
It's Christmas time.
At Amazon they're doing?
Yeah, at work. Yeah,
But why?
for Christmas
Where do you go?
at the break room.
You just get together in the break room and sing?
It was like for the employees because they want to hear assholes sing Christmas shit.
It's Amazon, dude. It's a big ass break room.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in there.
That's not a small break room.
But I
More
was
of a
just
cafe.
I want to go like if I could do a whole song like that without laughing, like I would probably try to do it, but I would break. I think I would break.
Yeah, that's my problem. That's my problem with comedy in general. I can't do it because I crack.
Let's record it and put it up on Patreon.
Works
There
for
you go.
fucking Jimmy
Yeah,
Fallon.
you gotta
Apparently,
deadpan it.
Just laugh the whole fucking way through.
Laugh the whole time. You get the Tonight Show.
Yeah,
Seriously,
fucking A.
man, like we'll leave the room and you can just do it.
I actually don't know any of the words after like
Put
the
it up.
first 2 lines.
It would be like me. It would be like me trying to do my Ira Glass. I would just keep laughing even if no one was here. Open the Delirium, will you?
No.
Wow, we're getting delirious.
So
Delirium is my state. The dumper is getting perilously full.
yeah.
I love it. The
Are we
dumper has
gonna-
head on it.
Are we going to drink the dumper?
no,
No, man.
Holiday,
we're
the
not.
holiday dumper.
The holiday. Oh
Tastes like
God.
Holiday
The holiday dumper is what happens when you're done with your Christmas meal.
Shitter's full.
So, Delirium Tremens is like really one of those Belgian classics, and
Classic hot dog water beer.
Yeah.
You're not a fan.
Tastes like hot dog water. I mean, I didn't say whether that was good or bad.
I like hot dog water.
I just
So let's do the Christmas beer that they make. Thanks, Jason.
Delirium. Not Nocturne. That's this is Delirium.
That's different. This is Delirium Noël.
Got some nice spicy bready malts on the nose.
This is spice. This is like real spicy. It's spicy and it's hot too.
Mm-hmm.
Like this has got some.
It
booze.
smells boozy.
It's got some booze on
10%.
And you know it's there.
Yeah, it doesn't hide it at all. I mean, this is like it's almost solventy. It's so boozy.
Whew. It's like bubble gum when you're like doing a shot of bourbon.
It's like fucking Aunt so-and-so is over and she's been prattling on all night and you're just like, all right, it's fucking Christmas time. Pop this guy open.
This would be a good beer to mix with like eggnog.
Really?
I don't know.
That's not good.
It's very medicinal.
John's face. Wow.
It is very medicinal.
It's medicinal. It's solvency.
It's got a soap flavor to it.
It's got a
all the above.
It's ropey.
Ew.
That coriander is like.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
The spices are really in your face.
It's got way too much coriander in it.
You shouldn't mull a beer, is what I'm learning right here. It tastes like it's been mulled.
This is a horrible Christmas so far.
Yeah, this is why you don't buy beers for Christmas.
No, we had some good ones in the beginning. We started strong.
We
and
got
then
all
kind of faded.
GoBots this Christmas.
Yeah, we can always roll back to
now.
the Corsendonk.
It kind of works.
We got Cabbage Patch Kids 2 years too late.
It's a good way to top off 2016. You know,
It's appropriate,
Just a
right?
Shit fucking year.
I didn't even get the cool instrumental version of the Charlie Brown Christmas theme. It's like it really bums me out. Can you find that, John? Can you cue up the cool instrumental version of the Charlie Brown Christmas?
How about
theme?
instead of a bummer, let's try our Saint Bernardus.
That's a good solid beer.
Yeah, that Saint Bernardus is usually like pretty reliable.
I like Saint Bernards. I think they're good dogs.
Yeah. I have a button on my little lanyard at work that's a Saint Bernard with a cask because you know there's a thing.
God, I would love to have one of those dogs
Like
with a cask of rum or something.
Yeah, like in cartoons that was the thing, right? The dogs
buddy.
with the cask would come and save people from the snow. And then I was like, I feel like as an IT person, that's kind of like what I do. I like come with a cask of knowledge and I come rescue people. And I thought it was like a fun little clever thing. And no one's ever like,
did you
no one
reboot?
understands it.
Did you reboot?
Yeah.
Did you reboot?
Yeah, it's dope.
It's just like
It's better without the
took
lyrics.
the edge off. Like
Just
that
jazzy.
That cello.
Feels good.
See, it's just like cool background music. You can just hang out.
It's chilling.
We're just
Let's
having
have some
a
Christmas
a
beers.
chill time.
Yeah, it feels calm. Kind of makes me want to do it.
Doesn't
All
doesn't?
right.
Whoa. Mazel tov.
That was
That was a
good
violent
speed
pop. Yeah.
on Jason's part. Normally he's like
I was prepared.
He's
this
like,
time.
there was a loud sound.
like-
What do I do?
loud sound glass. Boom.
I heard a pop. What's happening? Was that the mother lode?
That was my moonshine.
So, shit, man.
See, it's a lot better now. We got this music. We've got fucking Saint Bernardus and not whatever came out of that
Nice, a
fucking
nice warm goblet
that
of-
mystery box.
Saint Bernardus.
There's no room in the dumper, is there?
Is that
We've got-
We've switched to dumper glasses.
Yeah, we've got like secondary dumpers now. Right in the secondary dumper.
Give it to her right in the secondary dumper, if you know what I mean.
the Shelton dumper.
Put it in Shelton's dumper.
New from the Shelton Brothers, a dumper
Dump
unlike
box.
any other. Primed for maximum dump capacity.
This is the true Belgian dumper.
And it's just that weak glass that you have that's fucking 8 feet wide.
Good God. The butt plug.
That looks like an expert level butt plug.
Holy shit, this is spicy. Wow.
It's like spiced figs, dude.
This is like spice cabinet.
Yeah. It's like spicy figs.
It's so jazzy.
It's clovey and jazzy and spicy.
It's got some tartness level on
Am
it.
I talking about the music or the beer?
Oh, it's very clovey, the beer.
It's got
It's
a
not
zing,
terrible.
dude.
Like this one is the only one that doesn't taste old so far.
Yeah.
In like a lot of beers.
This tastes very wintry. Like super duper wintry. Like this tastes like an itchy sweater.
It's wool.
Which John is currently wearing.
It's woolen.
John's wearing an itchy sweater. An itchy holiday sweater.
I think John's sweater is actually made out of polyester of some kind.
Don't know.
Kieran Ichiban.
Kieran Itchy Balls.
Kieran Itchy sweater.
Itchy sweater.
Kieran Itchy sweater.
Yeah, I think, here's an observation, though, is like over the last year, several noted brewmasters from Belgium have come over here to try and sell their beers to people and like get people introduced to their brand and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I think that says a lot about like imports in general. I think craft beer in our local neighborhoods is really taking over the scene as far as like Belgian style beers. People are just more willing to buy whatever's fresh down the street.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because like there are a lot of beers
suffer.
There are a lot of beers that I've wanted to try for a long time that just don't make it out here anymore. I mean, freaking High Times is a great example. They used to be like the bastion for weird imports.
I mean, they still have some, but
they got some, but it's not nearly what it used to be.
At least they're all in the cooler.
Yeah, that's true. There's one place that treats their beer right, it's there.
And I think, though, like, not to be blasphemous or whatever, because, like, you obviously need to respect the history of a lot of these breweries.
Oh, for sure.
But I think the cream kind of rises. Like, a lot of import beers basically came in being okay beers that were a lot better than, American macro beers. And so they were the premium choice at that point. But now, with the bigger variety of actually craft beers that are actually made, more interesting beers that are out there, I think the reason these beers suffer, part of it's, I think, the transit time, but I think the
shelf time too.
Yeah, shelf time. But I think they also suffer in that a lot of them are like 200-year-old recipes, which isn't to say that
they're suffering because of that.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like, what do you eat on a daily basis that's like, this is what people ate 200 years ago? Like, food and drink wasn't good,
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, to me, I think one thing that I kind of regret is that I think there's a lot of potential gems that end up getting lost, Because the thing is like a lot of times you'll have brewers who, I mean, like, look at, Jester King, for example. Those guys had a lot of these like kind of wacky import saisons, and they're like, actually, we've done our research and saison belongs in a green bottle, but those classic green bottle saisons aren't really available there anymore, and so people are migrating to the local breweries. Not only that, but the local breweries have a bigger name in their minds, and so all of these beers that created like all this influence are getting moved off the shelves for the beers that are influenced by these other beers, And so, like, I think that there is a certain function of brewers as tastemakers, but the beers that they are being influenced by are getting pushed off the shelves by their own beers in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
for sure. It's the new school.
Yeah, and so like right on, it's cool having like a lot of new fun beers on, but also there's just, like I said, there's a lot of like, especially for me being into saison, there's a lot of like tiny little saison breweries that a case or two used to make it out here every once in a while, and that just doesn't even happen anymore.
Just have to go to Belgium.
Oh yeah. Oh God, I hope so.
But I also feel like the European breweries have kind of rested on their laurels, I guess. Like they had the best beer for so long, and now there's kind of a lack of creativity or innovation. It's like all the recipes are like, we've brewed this recipe since 1849. It's like, great. What have you done in the last 50 years? And,
yeah, I mean, there's regionalities too,
and that's not to say that they're bad, but they also kind of, as time goes on, I feel like the palates have evolved, and also just the technology and the science and everything has gotten better. Like, I don't know.
Well, but there's also the idea of, is it that tastes are evolving or changing, or is it the fact that novelty is so baked into American craft beer that expectation is being pushed on European breweries, because I mean, a lot of these breweries have been making the same beers for decades because that's what they make, these are just the beers. I mean, look at the German breweries. Like they make, Pilsner, and they've made the same Pilsner forever, and it's an amazing beer, and it has been this entire time.
Yeah.
But then, enter American palates who are always like, oh, give me something new. And now all of a sudden these breweries are like, what do you mean new? This is what we do. Our entire brewery is built specifically to make this beer.
Not only that.
What do you mean new? I mean, shit, look at fucking Trumer. Trumer is built on that.
Yeah.
That idea of we make this beer. And strangely enough, when Trumer makes a different beer, it's usually not that good. But fucking A, if Trumer Pils isn't a fantastic beer. And so I think a lot of it is more not necessarily tastes changing in the market as a whole. It's just more of the influence of American craft and the thirst for novelty, which is cool because it can create innovation, but it also has the disadvantage that it forces a lot of really not that great beer to come out because it's new.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. And, the other point is like you were talking about Pilsner, and the reason Pilsner is that, and it's been done for so many years, is because that's their water profile. And then that's how they can make their malts, and that's kind of their fermentation versus like Munich, like their water's so hard that they can't like get good hop, flavors out of their beer.
Right.
So they just effectively just don't hop their beers. I mean, they do, but it's very minimal.
Right.
And then Yorkshire, like the Yorkshire Squares, like Yorkshire Stingo.
Yeah.
That sort of beer you just can't replicate. I mean, you could, but you're going to miss a lot of
give it the old Yorkshire Stingo.
Gotta give her the old Yorkshire Stingo.
What's the other one? Rodenbach Grand Cru. Like, those beers, like,
yeah. Well, and
they travel well.
That one especially, that one is based entirely just on the microflora that has been building in their fooders for decades.
Exactly. That's what my point. And then this Dupont beer, they're doing it well.
Yeah. Well, and Dupont's a great example because they have like these weird ass fermenters that are square and they're like squat and wide, and it's just a very specific way to produce beer. And so when you say, hey, brewery that is designed for this certain thing, give us something new, no wonder it doesn't turn out very well every once in a while.
I guess kind of the thought is it's not to say that there's no good old traditional style or older recipes, but is it inaccurate to say that the cream is kind of rising? Like, we can still get a lot of Belgian imports. There's not this huge variety of imports that there used to be, but of the things that were lost, were the things that we're not seeing anymore great, or were they just not selling because they were just not that good?
No, I don't think that's true, because I mean, take Theriez for example. That's where 3711 comes from, but you don't find their beer very often. One, because it's not American, and you go to a lot of these bottle shops, people are looking for the new thing from the brewery down the street or the brewery that they heard about on Beer Advocate or whatever. And so you have these imports that sit on the shelves until someone either decides to take a chance, or they are somewhat better informed, and so they pick up this bottle, and then it turns out to be crap because it's been sitting on a shelf for forever.
So long, yeah.
And so they get a negative impression, And I think that's a really big problem too, is, shelf stability in general. But, amongst, it sounds kind of, pretentious, but amongst, aficionados, Theriez is very highly regarded amongst saisons in general. Blaugies is the same way. I mean, I've had bottles of Blaugies that were fucking sublime, and I've had some that were terrible because you could tell that they were just sitting on the shelf forever. So when it comes to pure quality, I don't think that's necessarily true. I think there's a lot of other factors involved, It
is fascinating.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm really digging on the St. Bernardus beer all that much. I think it's it's a little too spicy for my taste.
I mean, if you bought it off the shelf and, gifted it upon somebody that wasn't into beer, they probably love it.
I'm going to go with, again, over-carbonated. It's got a really sharp carbonation bite.
Yeah.
What is the carbonic acid? The kind of harshness at the end. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it was a little bit less carbonated. It would go over better.
Yeah.
It's
A little
not,
bit
it's
too
not
spicy.
bad like the gift box beer.
No,
No.
it's still drinkable, but
Do not buy a gift box beer for anybody.
unless it's a single brand gift box, maybe.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
The mix pack gift box, I've never seen one of those. Like, yeah,
That
beers
has
of
a
the
date on
world,
it.
and it's like
Yeah, exactly. It's like Moosehead and
It's got the chili beer in it.
Red Stripe.
Red
Chili,
Stripe.
the beer with a chili pepper in it.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I saw that you bought that thing in our chat, I expected them all to be bad.
Yeah.
That's why I was kind of like, okay.
I was
good.
hoping one or two would be all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, son of a bitch.
So, for our last Christmas beer, we're leaving Belgium, coming back to the States.
Coming back
Speaking
to
of-
goddamn Oklahoma,
To Oklahoma.
America.
Yep.
Yeah, this bottle cost, I think, the same as the bigger bottles.
Christmas bomb is here.
Yep.
Yeah,
this is an
this-
imperial stout brewed with spices. Apparently, it's not aged in barrels. That's
Nope.
interesting.
It costs the same as the Blaugies.
Prairie Christmas bomb.
Prairie, known for its bombtacular bomb beers. Oh, that's spiced.
That's some spice there,
That
buddy.
is spiced. Wow.
That's a spicy meatball.
Spicy beer. Spicy beer bottle.
It's bomb with cinnamon, ginger, and nutmeg.
That smells good.
So I smell.
Oh my god, it's like
It smells so spicy.
Yeah,
like a
that's spice cabinet.
it's like a Choco Vesa
And
almost.
coffee too. There's a big
Exactly.
coffee note on the front.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, because bomb already has adjuncts in it, right? It has
It has vanilla, cocoa nibs, peppers. Does it have peppers in it?
I don't know. There's like a minty quality to it as well, but
There is a
vanilla
little-
is like predominant.
There's a little bit of spice to it. There's a little bit of heat. Is that just me?
Ginger.
well, that would be
yeah.
cinnamon.
Cinnamon?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, tastes like Choco Vesa.
bomb is aged with espresso, chocolate, vanilla, and ancho chili peppers.
Ancho, baby.
Ah.
Good call, man.
I love anchos.
Yeah, this was a good way to end this show. This is a
This is kind of decadent.
great beer.
This is rich and it's thick and it's creamy.
Oh, that's so
Stouty.
good. It's the best beer we've had on the show by like a million.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god.
Thanks, America.
Like, I can feel the cinnamon on my
It's like
tongue.
chocolatey, and then it has that cinnamon spicy finish, but it's like
tongue coating.
It's a little too
oh, that's
spicy for me.
really good.
This is a little over my spice threshold.
Matt can suck a dick.
A spicy dick.
Yes, I can suck a spicy
You can
dick.
suck a
It's
spicy
actually,
meatball.
Matt- actually a skill of mine.
You can go hold Greg's dick.
Hold it while I
hold it
pee.
while he's peeing. like I am wont to do.
Like Matt is want to
If you
do.
hold his dick, you can smell the spices as it comes out.
It's true.
It's true. It's a fact.
Yeah.
It's legally.
Just try it.
It's
It's legally binding.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Great beer.
yeah. Listeners, happy holidays and happy Christmases
We love all you people out
or
there.
Hanukkahs or whatever.
Happy Christmas. Show is over.
It was close. I didn't know where you were going with that.
I don't know how that song goes.
I think it's just Happy Christmas War is over is like all the words, but I was just saying show is over.
Oh, I get it.
Because our show is over, you see.
It is.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Feels so, like immediately you're just like, all
Prairie.
right, I'm relaxed.
All right, everyone. It's been a great show. This is Matt Becker, KJZZ.
Cages.
Cages.
KJs.
Cages.
You just had a little bit of Matt's KJs all over your mouth and face.
A little frosting.
Gonna
Face, neck, and chest.
take it out on a little piece from Charlie Brown's Christmas,
The Vince Guaraldi Trio.
the Vince Guaraldi Trio. Thank you, Jason. It's been a real great show. It's been a great night. You want to find Four Brewers online? You can find us on Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat. You can find us on Instagram. Go on fourbrewers.com, find all that info. Let's see. Gotta find my list here. Here we go. Let's see. Go to patreon.com/fourbrewers if you want to give us a little Christmas donation to our show. We'd appreciate that. You can get a little iTunes review for us. That'd be really great. Be a good Christmas present to us here on Four Brewers. You want 5 stars from you. That's right. see our pretty faces, you can go on forbrewers.com.
What'd you stop for?
Look at that.
Forbrewers.com/YouTube.
/YouTube for some of that stanky danky
Sticky
video content.
God.
Tanky tanky.
Jesus Christ.
Brew the shit out of it.
Third show, fourth show.
If you want, I can't do it anymore. Brew the shit out of it. Fuck. I had it. I was so close. God damn it.
That was perfect.
It's my Cage's voice.